When he came here, this thing wasn't here. I hope we understand this emotion. When he came here, this wasn't here. They just brought this upon him. And he's one of the victims of this dump here.
Yeah, the mortuary is still there. This season, you will see body floating in the past.
Yes, corpses.
This is Solous 3, one of 5 government-run landfills in Lagos, Nigeria. It sits in the Igando area of Alimisho local government, the largest LGA in Lagos, and home to about 3.1 million people. And in 12 hectares, this landfill receives a constant flow of waste trucks from across the state, dumping thousands of tons of trash daily. But with its open design, the landfill releases harmful gases like methane and carbon dioxide, causing air, water, and land pollution. And for the people living nearby, this means serious health risks. Everything from respiratory infections to skin diseases and even cancer. Residents around the landfill have long been raising alarms about their health, safety, and property values dropping as the landfill expands. Take Odubanjo Street, for example. Just beside Solous 3, Odubanjo used to be a thriving neighborhood with a community center, a plastic company, a steel plant, and the only road that connected residents to the Lasu-Isheri Expressway. But now, this once lively area is buried under layers of garbage and despair. Ogedegbe Okweku, whose house shares a fence with the landfill, remembers the stench when the dump site started filling up. It was suffocating. In 2021, his wife passed away, struggling to breathe in her final days. It's a grief that still weighs heavily on him.
I came to acquire this land in 1980. Yes, 1998. So I bought the land. Then I saw this place is a lovely land. It's where people go and cut vegetable, cut firewood, do all these things. It take me almost 4 or 5 years to complete my house. By 2005, I moved into the house with my family. After about 34 years, we heard that the government have given the place to get the filling sand to fill the highway. The highway from Isheri to Yanoba, because then that road was a single lane. That he said we pack the sand, and me watching the other side of the road, I saw where they did that about thing. People have built house inside the holes. I said, okay, if not to pack sand, no problem. So they pack it. After packing the sand, the next thing was just one day about 35 trucks. These Lomans trucks came with dustbin. So the people came out here. You can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't do that. So I go back home. I told my wife, the person I went to meet told me that they chop. So we have no option than to leave them. And for me personally, I had to seek. But immediately I entered this place, I don't longer breathe. It ceases my breathing. It ceases my breathing. So sometimes I will sleep face the wall. Sometimes I carry a pillow, cover myself. So the thing was happening. Like yesterday, if not God intervention, I would have been a dead man by now. The first day, they think carrying me like a drunkard. Maybe if not, I take you to my bedroom. I break everything in my bedroom with my head. We started fighting for it, going everywhere. There's no area we have not been. There's no offices. To the extent we have got a service of a lawyer to go to Alausa. He went to Alausa. He went to Ijora. He went to many places. At the end of the day, they still remain like this.
Another resident, Ofe, describes Odubanjo as a breeding ground for disease. Without proper drainage, wastewater from the landfill washes into the streets, even pooling in front of the local primary school and Okweku's home. What used to be the community's main road to the expressway is now swallowed by garbage, leaving residents stranded. The only access is via a flimsy plank placed over a trench, meant to drain the landfill's toxic runoff.
This is my husband. He's a retired Navy officer. And I myself are retired. I retired this year. We've been in this place for the past 15 years. We have Rosellas in that bus stop, which is amusement park. But suddenly, the government just decided to bring dirty into our area. And they thought that it is only that dirty that they can use to compensate these people that is living in this place. For example, look at General Hospital there. A whole Lagos State General Hospital beside a dirty. Government did not even care that you put a General Hospital beside that dirty and a nursing school for that matter in that General Hospital. When you enter General Hospital, you will see what did they call it?
The odour.
The odour, the smell that will be coming out of a whole General Hospital. Talk less of we that we are living in this place. When rain fall, you will see the water that will be coming out. You will see everything. At this my back, the woman has relocated because of dirty, because of odour. In this place, but we don't even have money. We are retired. Where did we want to get money to go and relocate or to go and build another house? We don't even. It's not that we are feeling to live in this place. No, but there is no place that we want to go. And this place was very, very beautiful when we came to this place. But this is what Lagos State government used in paying us. No road. No water, no facilities, nothing in this place. Nothing that they're using compensating us. It's only this debt.
Less than 3 kilometers away, the state-owned Alimisho General Hospital is also caught in the landfill stench. Loma trucks, loaded with trash, rumble past the hospital daily, leaving patients and healthcare workers battling not just only illness, but also the unbearable smell. For years, residents have protested, written petitions, and begged for better landfill management or its closure. But despite government promises since 2017 to decommission Solous 3, very little has changed. The dumpsite remains a ticking time bomb for this community's health. Take James Agboola, a former furniture artist. After suffering a stroke, he now struggles even to say his own name. He believes the toxic air from the landfill contributed to his worsening health. Stuck at home, unable to move elsewhere, Agboola is filled with despair.
You see me? Now instead I go there since morning. I'm a furniture maker. I was a problem here. Real problem. Also, hard my labor there. But I don't die, all of them come out. If you go there, about 5 or 6 hours. Nobody there. Water don't die, all of them. If you say, sometimes water they need share. They need share. If for my toilet, water they enter. For this one, they pass now. This master here, they said they don't block all the road there. There's no way for water to pass. Since that time, I was real problem. We can help us.
Yes.
That's nothing. If you say I get the place, I can buy go. In that time, we call government, make it call help us. You know, that's all.
People have died as a result that they could not be taken to the hospital because of the bad road problem they created here. We have had at least 2 incidents in the past. In an attempt to rush them out, people couldn't pass. And before they could get a vehicle, to start thinking of turning around and go down to Diamond Estate, yes, to go and turn before you now start coming back to the hospital.
The original residents, after whom Odubanjo and Ogunmeru streets were named, have long abandoned their homes. Their properties, now overrun with weeds and plagued by crime, have become a threat to the community's safety. But despite promises since 2017, no meaningful progress has been made. Muyiwa Gbadijeshin, the managing director of Loma, told the cable that Solous 3 was initially far from any residential areas, but as the city grew, development caught up with the landfill. He says the landfill has reached its end of life and should be decommissioned within a year.
So there's very limited area that we can go to bury this waste. We have 5 landfills. We have the one at Ojota, which we call Olushosu. We have the one at Igando, which is Solous 3. That's the active one. We have at Iwelekwe, that's in Ikorodu. Then we have one in Ekpe, and we have one in Badagry. All of them are now surrounded by communities. People are living around those places. The 2 that I mentioned, which are which have reached end of life, the Olushosu and Solous 3, must be closed within the next 1 year. So it's not ideal, it's not healthy for us to be managing waste so close to where people are living. So we have plans to close those sites. When these landfills, although some people, they're not sanitary landfills. When they were first opened, they were laterite mining sites, burrow pits. And, you know, the mistake back then, this was a long time ago, maybe 30, 40 years ago. What we've been doing in Nigeria, in Lagos and in most Nigerian countries, you just dump. It's an open dump site. It's a deep pit, so you just dump into it, continue dumping until it's full. And then continue dumping even after it's full and reached ground level. You see these mountains growing. So what we've done is that we've looked at that and we've seen that it's not sustainable. But we cannot, at the time we started in 2019, we didn't have alternatives locations in Lagos. The landfills were there and development caught up with them. We cannot compensate them. We can't compensate them. What we can do is to fix the problem, close the dump site, and then they can continue. We only compensate if we're taking their land for public project like a road construction or a bridge.
Even when you want to do this thing, that's why I kept saying one thing. All you need to do is to do what is topography of the area. How do we direct flood from this community? So that at least I give them a relief. This is our own, this is what we can do for you. People were crying that we have water problem. It's not flowing well enough. But then flow across the express road. We're not bothered. At least when it gets to the other side of the road, it goes down to the canal, the big, small river downward. At least if it rains, in a few minutes the area is deflooded. In a few minutes the area is deflooded. But by the time they came in, their work stopped flow of water. Yeah, the motor is still there. This season, we will see body floating in the past.
Yes, corpses.
Yes, it's captured.
Yes, now.
bodies will be floating. We have also had an incident where we came to take a body from here that everybody have to almost undress to be able to take that cut from here.
Is that a disease that cannot be cured medically, can be cured politically? It is because we had gotten to a stage of the most degenerative ruling elites. Nobody recycle waste this way again. All the people that are staying, like, you know, I never knew you had them saying, all people that are staying 500 meters away from the place that thought they are landlord. It's better they bulldoze their house or sell it to government. They should go and call government to come and buy their dead coffin and go away from there. In the next 20 years, it's going to come down with a cancer. It's going to come down with stroke. It's going to come down with kidney problems. It's going to come down with even eye problems. You start developing pressure in it.
A 2012 study in the American Journal of Environmental Engineering warned that even after its closure, the landfill would continue to pose a threat. 12 years later, this reality remains, with the landfill creeping even further into the community. As the landfill expands, the residents' cries grow louder for a change that seems a distant hope.